Okay. We're still going to come back to that. Our guest is here. Do we have Yomi Fabiyi online now?
Yeah, I'm here. Good morning.
Yomi, are you there? Good morning.
Morning. Morning, Yemi.
Good to see you, brother. Me.
How are you doing, my
How are
sister?
you?
I'm fine.
You're looking fresh, oh. Are you in America or which one?
I'm in UK at the moment.
Which country you there, Mr. Yomi? Which one? Now
United
America we
Kingdom.
there
I'm
everywhere.
in United Kingdom. UK. I'm in UK at the moment.
Okay. Okay, so I have with me my co-presenter. Her name is Max. Max, this is Yomi Fabi.
Hello, good morning,
How are you doing,
Yomi.
Matt? Morning. How are
Thank
you
you for
doing?
joining us.
Yeah, I'm doing
Okay,
fine.
so I'm going to ask you. We know Yomi Fabi to be a fantastic actor, director, and producer. But away from being an actor, who is Yomi Fabi?
I can only say that the best way to define me is an individual that is laced and raised with humanity, and I believe that everybody's rights should be protected, and everybody deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, irrespective of your class, of your gender, of your race, of your tribe, or whatever, whatever may be the class you find yourself. So that is how I've been raised. I believe in humanity a lot. I believe in solving people's problems, giving people voice when they don't have it, and doing what is right and standing by what is right.
On by your profile as a great actor, a great director, everything put together in the industry, yeah. But as an activist, that was one thing that really struck me in your profile. What was the inspiration for you to become an activist, and what are the risks of being one, especially when you're an entertainer and at the same time you're trying to be an activist? What inspired you to do so?
That is a very, very salient and beautiful question, and I, I think the activism started when I did not even notice. But the moment I got an inkling that I think I have it in me was when I was able to stand up against my dad. When my dad was not he is not a violent person. He doesn't beat my mom. As a matter of fact, that was only the first and the last time I saw him tongue lash my mom. But that day, my mom lost a child, and they were twins. So one died during the naming, and the other one stayed about 4 years before he could die because he couldn't walk. He had contracted jaundice and stuff like that. So a lot of money was spent on them. I was supporting my mom to take care of that, my younger brother. So it came up that day, while the family were trying to reconcile my dad and mom, that because I think my dad, he left home. He doesn't come home again. He come in whenever he wants. And then, so when the family were trying to reconcile them, and they were trying to ask my dad, what did my mom do for you to desert and stuff like that? And then my dad wanted to start talking, and then he started talking, heaping the blame on my mom, saying to them, "Wow, my mom would go to church, when it's sunny, go on evangelism when it is sunny, and stuff like that." And my mom caused those children to die and stuff like that. And, it became so much for my mom that my mom will never talk back to my dad. I have never seen that happen before. She, ha- she has never even told my dad before me till I grew up that "Imbo lenlo, Abi, my mom has never even said anything close to that before. I've never seen it before. They've never argued before my face. And so when it got to a stage, my mom could not stand it and she was crying, and my dad was continuing to torture my mom verbally. I had to stand up for my mom, like, "Hey, young about anything sorrow, you're torturing her with your words." And then you can see she's crying and still talking. And my dad was like, "Wow." So you have a fortune to talk back at me, and then he rose up to me, wanted to come and attack me. I just pushed him. I said, no, don't try that. And then I've just told you the truth. And then, and I realized that at the end of the day, my dad was trying to change the story, and then the entire people there were like, Musibao, Oribe, Omo, you told so. I know to that was when the verbal torture stopped. So I now got to realize that what if I did not come out and say what? What if I didn't defend my mom? No, at the end of the day, he affected my mom. She never even survived it anyway. But at least she was able to stay at least for some years after. But I stopped it. And, it comes with consequences. But I said, you know what? I don't care. I just have to defend this woman. She's voiceless. And that was how it all started with me. And, coupled with the kind of upbringing I was given, caring for people, my mom would naturally allow me to go on volunteering job at the National Orthopedic Hospital. They will always ask us to volunteer in churches so that things can get better, And trust me, that was just the whole background.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, did you get a question?
Did you get my question?
I've answered the question. I've answered, except you want me to recapitulate.
Yeah, I'm trying to say the experiences you had, the mental effects on you. How was it? Obviously, It wasn't easy here.
Can you hear me now so that I can repeat what I said?
So you are you concentrating more on people who are experiencing what you experienced in the marriages, or it's a general thing as an activist?
I don't understand the part of marriage. I didn't get your question right.
I'm trying to say that as an activist, based on what you experience in your own, do you concentrate more on that for other people that experience that, or you're a general activist in anything that you think is worth fighting for?
Basically, part of activism can be natural. You can actually learn on the game, but either way, there should be that thing that we try to tell those that want to delve into activism, that you must be willing and ready to sacrifice. I'm always prepared. I'm ready to go into police cell. I'm ready to be taken to prison anytime. We are trained to be ready to be bashed. We are trained to be ready to be hated, to be attacked. Because when you're standing and fighting for human rights, the oppressor becomes your enemy. So it could be that you are fighting for the rights of workers. Of course, the employers would not be your friend at that time. When you are fighting for the right of the wife, in case of domestic violence, the husband would not be your friend. When you're fighting for the right of the husband, in case of domestic violence, the wife will be your enemy at that time. When you're fighting for the right of police, criminals will not be your friend. When you're fighting against the right of the citizen, the police will turn around and want to still be your enemy. So we're now going to be having fighting for human rights, fighting for justice. It's not that you have a particular tribe or a particular set of people that you are naturally adept to. No, it varies. So we always tell those that cares to listen that human rights is about fighting for what is right. So it doesn't matter. It could be against your family. It could be against your friend. It could be against anybody. But just be sure you know what you're doing and stand by it and be willing and ready to face it. Because we don't pray to be killed. We don't pray to be beaten. We don't pray to be imprisoned. But it's part of the drill. So we always take time to educate whoever that wants to go into that. It's sacrifice. If soldiers can leave their family and go and defend their country, police officers every day will go out and not be sure they're coming back because they want to defend us against criminals. So what are you doing for your country? And the human right is part of the key pillars of a society. So it's there. We just have to face that It's a natural thing that will happen. So I'm not always scared. And I tell those that want to do it to always put their mind to.
Something that being an activist, you have to let go of so many things. Some people would be against you, some people might be with you. Now I'm going to take you back to the issue of Baba Ijesha, because you said something that you might lose friends. When the whole thing happened, thousands of your colleagues were standing another way, but you kept your point. You said no, you stood by Baba Ijesha. So my question is, why? What exactly did you see differently that people did not see as an activist, not as an actor, not as your colleague now?
Yeah, because certainly a lot of people thought I was in the Baba Ijesha's case because it was my colleague. So that was the moment majority of them got it wrong. And what I did, I have an NGO called Break the Silence Foundation. So when I first saw the whole stuff, what I was expecting is that, and what I just tried to do is that, let the law enforcement do their job. Don't interfere. Don't condemn yet. Let's let them do the proper investigation and know what is going on. Because from the police press conference that they first released, the first press release, I looked at it and said, something is not right with this. And, until we as a body know the truth and investigate, don't let us quickly condemn ourselves, our colleagues. And then I said, okay, what I can do is, as an NGO in the movie industry that is into human rights, let me investigate and then report back to the associations and others. And that was what I did. And the moment I got into the case, Timode police station, and I realized the fact that there was actually somebody by the name Damola Adekola who is actually arrested that have slept with a girl. So there are girl who has confessed that they found the spam on the girl. And there was no time Baba Ijesha was actually accused of using his manhood to penetrate the girl, whether 7 years ago or during the trap that they set for him. So and I looked at it, I said, whoever has this semen on this girl, if the girl is truly 14, because as we speak now, nobody knows the age of the girl. Then, and I said, you know what, the best way to come around the truth and to establish what truly happened, the fact that even Baba Ijesha said, I have an affair with this person. She likes me, she wants us to get married. Then the best thing is for fair trial. I cannot ask that whoever sleeps with a child should not be punished. That is not my interest. Anybody who messes up with children sexually should be punished severely. I am in total support. But in this case, I am looking at organized crime. I'm looking at the fact that there is likelihood that they just want to hide behind the ideology of rape, pedophile, sexual abuse, and to punish somebody unjustly. But I cannot know. The best way you can establish the truth is to allow everybody to have their day in court. And everybody must enjoy their equal human rights. So the moment I was trying to agitate for that, and then they started like, no, denying the other person is right, give the complainant a right, give the victim a right, but deny the complainant. I said, how do I come about and say I'm a human rights ambassador when I want to be seen to be selective on who should enjoy human rights? No. So they were not as knowledgeable as I am in that respect. So they were just trying to satisfy the public and make sure that they look good before the public. But I am not going to be doing that at that stage, because if people find it very difficult to separate Yemi Fabiyi as an actor and Yemi Fabiyi as a human rights ambassador and activist, that way they were trying to mix it up, and it's their problem, because I will have to keep on until they get to understand that this is my position. I am not saying whoever is found culpable abusing children or minors should not be punished. But when I see organized crime, I am raised to speak the truth. I know that this is not a natural crime. They organized it. You are saying you lured somebody to come and abuse somebody in your house. That is an organized crime. It's not a natural crime. It doesn't have propensity in law. The prerequisite for such action is error. You don't do that. And again, I looked at it, I said, how do I come about it? I have to fight for the right of the girl. That girl, if truly she is 14, she has got right to protection. It's the debt we all owe as an adult. Why would any sane person, any mental problem. You ask that, okay, I don't believe you. I don't believe you went through this. I want to know whether it is true. And then you will now cause somebody to come and touch the girl, probably, and it depends on the pattern the person wants to use. The person, if truly the person is a rapist, will have to tear off the girl's underwear, put his hand anywhere he likes, do anything to that girl, and then that is another trauma. How can you want your child to suffer PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder? How can a sane person, a sane society, sane parents approve that is a noble thing to do? That you want that, because you don't know how long nothing will last until the person touches the girl. If truly she's a minor, that is when you know. And then when I now got to realize again that even the girl herself does not know her age.
If we allow you, we can see the passion, we can see the anger in you, that there's still thousands of things that you wish that they could actually do right, you know. But however, while this whole scenario was going on, there were thousands of comments on your Instagram page, on your let me say social media platform. There were thousands of comments, you know, yes, a lot of it, thousands of things, insult. At a point I read somebody saying that, oh, you wouldn't know what it means to have a child because you used to beat this, you used to beat your wife, you used to beat that. You know, you sitting back at your home or your comfort zone or behind your phone or something, reading all of these comments. How did all of this affect you, and how did you handle them?
You know, most of the things, when those comments are from the point of view of ignorance, of wickedness, it doesn't get to me, because number one, I have never raised my finger to touch any of my girlfriends in my life. Nobody, none of my girlfriend, nobody has ever entered in a sexual relationship motivated. It has never happened before, and it will never happen in my life. Not on my life. It is. I have always said it to God that the day I will beat my girlfriend is the day I should just pack up and go. But because we live in a very precarious world, when you're fighting and you're at a point whereby your struggle is at the apogee, things like that are inevitable. Because soon bring you down. And even the person that will come to your life, have a child with you, can come up and want to destroy you. Martin Luther King has the same problem. Mandela had the same problem. You know, when you see a situation whereby this scenario is like you're setting somebody up for flirting. Flirting is a social culture. It's not a crime. It only becomes a crime when you flirt with a child or a minor, or you apply force. But every human being flirts, including pastors and imams, including presidents and governors. It's your alienable right. You have right to flirt. Even minors. They flirt. They flirt with themselves. So we're not going to sit here and act like we are holy because somebody tried to hide behind children, behind rape, and then want to destroy somebody. We have to speak the truth that before we can know whether this allegation is true or not. Because when we look at all the hypotheses and all the things you put up together, apart from the fact that they are organized crimes, they lied a lot in court. The CCTV could not even be supplied. The police came to court and said, our caller obtained CCTV. We could not obtain it because there was no network. How can we go up as a society that way? If it is not human rights protection, how will we know that the police and the government at that stage were hiding the entire false evidence, the CCTV? The Babagi said I saw was begging. He said I was beaten to stupor. I was going to die. Nobody was there. They were recording me. They were forcing me to say something. I don't know what they want to go. I used with it. And when the beating got to a stage and I realized that I'm going to die because I was just few seconds away before I was trusting Princess as a colleague that she called me to come and ask Moby. And the next minute, I am realizing that I was in a trap and my life is going down. My career is going down. Is that when I will start fighting that, no, I have right to touch this girl. That's why I found the girl in the same process, in the same trap, in the same CCTV. She confirmed that she's an adult. And then the girl in court confirmed that she knew that there was a camera. That was why when they left her with Baba Ijesha inside the house and they asked to come and close the door, that was why she went to go and sit beside him again. Because that was the instruction she was given. How can you do that with a minor in a society? Nigeria
Yemi, can you hear us?
To be respected in the community of nations.
Yami, are you there? Okay, thank you very much. We need to round off now.